Oh God.
Well, that's interesting, isn't it?
Uh,
With the heart and the sword.
yeah. Okay. I'm okay. Now, this card is usually the card of cheating, treachery in relationships, third parties. Interesting that this card would come up. Uh, but it could be. We don't know what's going on. Remember, we're doing what's going on behind the scenes. They're chasing skirts. Who knows? But we ask why they're doing good, and we get this. I don't know what to say. But there could be some addictions going on within the
Welcome to another edition of Psychedelic Sages, where we provide intuitive insights, truth bust, and service watchdogs and guides for topics around spiritual medicines, more commonly referred to as psychedelics. Welcome, everyone, to another edition of Psychedelic Sages. I'm Beth Bell.
I'm Stephanie Salt.
And in this episode, we're going to do a little bit of a deep dive on the stock price of GH Research, because they're one of the companies that for quite some time actually held their stock price. They've now dipped a little bit down, but when everybody else went down, they remained actually quite steady, and they have something that is going right over there. In fact, when we looked, they had only burned through about 10 million in the last 6 months, and they still had about 287 million cash that they're working with. So they have something going right. So should we pull a card? Well, let me go over the stock price first. So we can see here that with the 1 year that GH Research has remained up here in the $25 mark, and now they have dipped down to $11.25. So since April, they've kind of, really lost a little bit of their share here. But any thoughts on that, Steph?
They're doing something right. And I'm just thrilled to see what it is energetically they're doing. I'm going to do a deep dive on this company. I haven't done it yet, but I think we're going to find some very interesting contrast as to what they're doing versus what some of these other companies are doing.
Yeah, I agree. All right. So should we do something on the CEO? Or let's just do the company as a whole. Let's do the
Okay.
energy of the company and pull a card and see what comes up.
I think we should pull a card on the company, and I've got that new deck I'd like to use as well.
Yes.
That I've not seen or used.
Yeah. Okay. If you start on your left side and you come over right about getting close, not there, but right there. Here?
Here?
Nope, to the left.
Here?
Yeah.
Ooh. And this is the card of fighting, heartbreaks, a lot of negativity, disagreements. But let's I want to do a clarifying card with the new deck to see what this is coming from.
Okay.
I have a theory about what's going on here.
Okay. You see that red card that's kind of poking out right there?
Here?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Well, that's interesting, isn't it? With the heart and the sword.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now, this card is usually the card of cheating, treachery in relationships, third parties. Interesting that this card would come up. But it could be. We don't know what's going on. Remember, we're doing what's going on behind the scenes. They're chasing skirts. Who knows? But we ask why they're doing good, and we get this. I don't know what to say. But there could be some addictions going on within the executive team or something like that. But again, this is usually the card of betrayal. It's the card of fights, arguments. But what I was going to say on the positive note is that even though this card is here, they may have figured out a way to settle the disagreements.
Okay.
To settle them in an amicable way. That's what I'm thinking, or hopefully. Or they've gotten rid of people that are causing these types of problems.
Yeah.
And maybe somebody on the executive team does have a sex addiction. We don't know this. I mean, we just don't know. I've done some deep dives on certain companies where there were sexual harassment charges filed against some of the executives. We
Huh.
can talk about that later on with some of these other companies. But I
Yeah.
just think it's kind of interesting that this card would come out.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Yeah,
Since we pulled that on the company in general, should we pull a card specific to the CEO?
I think we should.
Okay.
Let's do the tarot first, and then we'll do another one.
Do I need to,
Maybe not. This other deck.
should I
That was
should
a
I
surprise.
should I pull up his name because I don't recall it by memory?
Yes, I think we should definitely have this name.
Okay, give me a second. We're going to use Florian Schoenharding. Apologies if I say that name wrong. Who's the chairman of the board and co-founder? Let's see. Yeah, let's see what the energy is for him, for Florian. Okay. There's actually two that are popping out for me.
Let's do both of them.
Okay, so if you go from your left, there's one that's kind of sticking up a little bit. Keep going, right there. Yeah, right there. That one. Yep, pull that one. And then if you can try not to move, yeah. So there's that one, and then the other one. Oh
So,
gosh, wow.
yeah.
And then if you go all the way to your right, all the way to your right, right there, a little bit to the right. Nope, to the right. Right there. Yep, that one.
Seven of Cups. Okay.
A lot of swords today. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, this is a person that is very defeated. This person got a lot of problems. You name it, they got it. They're got a lot of options, a lot of fantasies, a lot of issues, but this is also personal issues that are coming down on this person. This is a karmic nightmare. This is the karmic nightmare card. Every single one of these swords is something you had no business doing, more than likely. So interesting that this would come out. And then this is the illusions of how you think you can fix it. It's the complete opposite energy. But if you look at it in the context of all of this, and I'm going to say, I am not saying that this person has a sex addiction. I'm not saying that, but it's all here. So there's some serious stuff going on behind the scenes with this particular person,
Well,
so
and maybe it's some kind of incestuous addiction. There's some energy there. It doesn't have to be, but let's pull from your other deck specific to Florian, because that's kind of been a little bit of a validator card. So we've got, those two right there on Florian, but then we didn't pull one from your new deck.
Oh, okay. Let's do that. The new deck. Let's see what we get with this person. This Florian too.
Yes. It's kind of a taupey color card, or at least it looks taupey. It's right below your lips, right there. Yeah, right there. Yeah, right there. Huh.
Family man.
Okay.
Huh. That's interesting. Well, this is an interesting read because this person may appear to be a family man, but this doesn't support. This is the card of betrayal. Putting your significant others into third-party relationships, whether it be work, other partners. This is not family man energy. This is an energy of a person that's got some serious wounds, inner childhood wounds, self-abandonment issue, all kinds of things that need to be sorted out.
Wow.
But when you put it all together with this, you can see a very different picture of this particular person. Yeah. And again, I'm going to do a disclaimer. We're not trying to slander anyone or put out negativity. We're just scoping out what the universe is saying. This is the energy that we're getting, the random type of energy. So very interesting.
Yes.
If we ever hear anything about what could come out about this particular person.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was such a hot stock to buy. And now I'm feeling that it's a wait and see.
Wait and see. Well, they've lost some market share.
Yeah.
But not as much as the other ones.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's stability. The reason that they were a hot buy before was they had a lot of stability, and now that's not pulling through. So, yeah. Okay. Well, anything else we need to learn about them before we close out this episode?
I think we did that. I think it was very interesting what
Yeah.
came out. I really, really do.
Yeah.
This card, the card of this karma, which chickens could come home to roost when we have this very deep solar eclipse on October the 25th. Maybe this stuff will come out.
Yeah.
So, but this person really needs to fix some of this. This is not the most positive energy you want to have
Yeah.
when, in this particular portal.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. All right. Well, I think that wraps up GH research for now, and we'll be taking a closer look at them as time goes on. So stay tuned to more episodes to come. Thanks for tuning in to this episode. You can get more in-depth information on our Patreon site, Psychedelic Sages.